Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Digital Deluxe Edition is 95% off. So I seen this article and honestly, it made me laugh because, the direction that Warner Brothers decided to go with this game, it's this is a clear sign that it wasn't the right move and it was a very stupid direction they decided to go in. Now, I think I did like one other Suicide Squad video in regards to the season 3 character right here that we got and showing in this little article that had come out and it was a flop. And not only was it a flop, I don't even think my video did that well on it to begin with either. So that just kind of shows that like just not a lot of people cared. And the fact that this game is 95% off is fucking wild to me, man. But at the end of the day, you get what you deserve. So we're going to go over this article right here, and then I got two other articles that just have some information that I wanted to go over. So we'll go ahead and check out all this stuff, and then I'll give my thoughts as we go along. So as 2024 nears its end and the video game release schedule starts to slow down, it's almost time to go back and play any of the games you missed that you swore you'd eventually get to. Despite the chatter surrounding it at launch, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League might have been one of those games. Yeah, I doubt it. If so, there's never been a better time to buy it than right now. Yeah, we'll see. Kill the Justice League is a whopping 95% off at Epic Games Store, not just the regular version of the game neither, but the digital deluxe edition. The bumper version of the follow-up to the Arkham trilogy includes Justice League outfits for Harley Quinn and her crew, other cosmetic items, and a Battle Pass token. The token can be redeemed on any Battle Pass during Suicide Squad's first 4 seasons. So that is insane, man. So it's got those, cosmetics you can use, but the fact that they have a Battle Pass token that can be used for any of the seasons, they're pretty much they're giving the game away for 95% off, and then they're gonna have it so that you can have one of the battle passes in it for free, which is that just blows my mind, dude. That just shows how bad this fucking game has done. And at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You guys decided to go this shitty route. You guys decided to make a lot of stupid decisions with this game. And you get what you deserve, man. When it comes down to it, there's no other way to put it. That's all on them. So the digital deluxe edition is usually $89.99, which even for someone who enjoyed the game more than most like me, it's probably a little much for what it is. $4.99 on the other hand, which is how much you can play it for now at Epic, is an absolute steal. Even if you only play through the story, which is about 12 hours long, and never touch the game again. That's $5 well spent. I don't even know if it's that. I know some people that played this game that if you were to talk to them now, they'd probably be like, "Man, you can't pay me enough to fucking play this goddamn game again." Because I've heard so many negative things about it, and the fact that they made it an online single player game, that really ruined it for a lot of people. I remember I would watch streams. There's an individual named Mahler on YouTube. He was streaming the game himself, and there was so many times where he would be playing and he'd just be playing by himself and the game would crash. He had like a message like online server error, you need to re-sign in. And the fact that they did something like that for a game that you can play single player is ridiculous, man. So it's just there's so many different things that can be said about this game that caused it to fail. And the fact that it's 95% off is just an indicator of that, which is so insane. So even if you only play Kill the Justice League for a couple of hours and decide it's not for you, it's still not the end of the world. While I'd be surprised if it sneaks onto your Game of the Year list at this late stage, which it definitely wouldn't, I wouldn't be shocked to discover quite a few others who pick it up for $5 while it's on sale at the Epic Game Store and end up thinking it's not as bad as people made it out to be, which I doubt will be the case. Some distance from the chatter that surrounded it when it was released, and no one constantly reminding you that this is the first game of the Rocksteady team since Arkham Knights will do a world of good while playing this game. Not to mention the comfort of knowing you got it for $5 instead of $70 or $90 for the digital deluxe edition. Even the fact that they're charging $70 or $90 is fucking ridiculous, especially how shitty the game was from what it seemed like. It's also one of many Black Friday video game deals to have already gone live, with more than 900 games currently on sale at Xbox and Nintendo announcing some of its plans for the biggest sales event of the year. So That's just it is so insane to me that this is the amount that they're willing to put it on a discount at, because I'm sure no one is fucking playing the game. This game is dead at the end of the day. And we got this article that's mentioning, this amount that it's getting discounted at, and then we also had another article here that talks about WB Games has lost 300 million in 1 year just from two games. And the two games they're talking about is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which was $2 million that it had lost them, and then the other one was Multiverses right here, which cost 100 million. I was almost going to do a video on this, but by the time I was getting ready to do the video, like a lot of time had already passed, so I figured, the news had already been out, so I just decided to skip it. But yeah, Multiverses cost Warner Brothers $100 fucking million, and then Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was an additional 200 million. So it's just mind blowing, man, how bad they're doing with the video game industry when the video game industry is something that they could be making so much money for. And then on top of that, we got this article here from that Park Place that talks about how Rocksteady and Warner Bros. Rumored to remake Batman Arkham Asylum after Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's financial disaster. And at this point, I think it's done. I've heard rumors out there that they're planning on changing the story of the game so that they're gonna try to bring like Flash, Green Lantern back and try to change it so it was just like, oh no, either I don't know if they're gonna go in the route of like, oh, they weren't really dead, or if it was one of those things like, oh, that wasn't the real them. But either way, like they've already screwed themselves, and the fact that they killed Batman with Harley Quinn shooting him point blank, that soured so many people the wrong fucking way. And at the end of the day, they've really fucked up this franchise. They've really messed it up a lot, whether they like to admit it or not, which I doubt they will. It's I bet you anything there's going to be a lot of people out there that they're not really going to care so much if they decide to go this direction. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people out there that will want to pick up the Arkham games again if they do decide to retextualize them, remake them and all that type of stuff, like give them a better look. But if they're going to try to remake them like from the ground up and trying to like change the story a little bit, kind of go like the Resident Evil route where it's the same game but they're just changing little bits and pieces here and there, I don't think that's going to sit well with players, because knowing, Warner Brothers, especially after this track record that they have, they're going to mess it up more than likely, and they're going to do stuff that more than likely players aren't going to like. And you got to think on top of that, which I've mentioned in some other videos as well, Kevin Conroy is not with us anymore. He's gone, and he was the voice of Batman. So if they do decide to do a remake where they decide to make some changes and go in like a different direction than what the trilogy does, then they're not going to have much luck in that regard, because they can't use Kevin Conroy's voice to kind of make those changes and go that direction. They can try to do someone else's voice, but at the end of the day, bet you anything people are going to recognize it's not him. So the fact that they're going this route, either they make like they do more of like a remaster for the game more so than a remake, but at this point they've probably soured a lot of people, and there's probably a lot of people that have lost faith in Warner Brothers gaming department to even consider giving them money in that regard, because of the disrespect that they've shown this character that so many people know and love. So I think this is just a clear indication of where they're at right now as far as the gaming industry. I feel like they need to just either take a break or just chill out for a while. You know what I mean? Take a break for a good amount of time, or just chill out and like trying to do remakes and stuff like that. Because I did my other video as well where it talks about how they're trying to focus on their more popular IPs now. So they do want to do something in regards to Batman. They do want to try to go back to work on the Mortal Kombat franchise, and then they also want to do some stuff with Hogwarts Legacy. And like I've said, Batman, they kind of ruined this franchise because of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. This is a clear indication of that. Mortal Kombat 1 was a huge disappointment. It was one of those games when I first played it, I was like, oh, this is all right, I guess. But the more I looked at it as time progressed and I kind of looked back on what they'd done to that franchise, they kind of screwed that one as well, because they decided to go the whole multiverse kind of aspect of it, which is so stupid, especially right now with how bad those things have done with like the superhero movies. And then on top of that, with Hogwarts Legacy, that's the one that would potentially have a chance to actually make some money for them. But if they do decide to come out with a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy, more than likely it's not going to be for like a few years. So at this point, I feel like they've fucked themselves. So I feel like they should just chill out and just kind of take a step back from the video game industry, maybe look at the employees they have, the direction that they've been going, and start making some changes at the end of the day. Because the fact that they've ruined this franchise, they've ruined some of their other franchises, and the fact that they've lost $300 million because of the flops that they've had. You know, if this was a smaller company, that would be it for them. They wouldn't be with us anymore. But the fact that it's Warner Brothers just has it so that they can still keep going, and more than likely they can still keep making some flops. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you guys think it's pretty funny that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is down 95%? Are you guys surprised that they lost $300 million? And do you guys think that they'll have a good chance of making some headway if they decided to make a Batman Arkham Asylum remake? So give me your guys' thoughts in the comment section. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.